What is this? Oscarinin remains with Fnatic. Oscarinin remains with Fnatic. Wunder declines the offer to join 6-man roster. People are asking, is this the Fnatic juice that everyone was like talking about? No, it's not. It is not. We need that to come out ASAP. What is this? Fnatic's full roster will be Oscarinin, Razork, Poby, Upset, Mickey X. So all Fnatic did in the offseason was change mid. That is crazy. That is crazy. Where's Wunder? Is he in the chat? Normally he's in the chat.
Baby,
wait, Wunder's here, caught. Wunder. Can you confirm or deny these rumors? Can you confirm or deny them? Where's the music that I want to listen to? Wunder said, I can confirm that they are rumors. Okay, good. Good to know, they are rumors. Ruler says, this is my second experience playing NA solo queue. It's really bad. I cannot find any motive or drive to play solo queue, but when I'm playing, I can tell everyone is trying really hard and they never forfeit, which also makes it a struggle. They're always doing their best. That's right. You should stop doing your best. Take that. Quad admits to Zillion pick.
T1.
Around 1 AM I was reviewing the game alone and Whippo came. He told me he knew exactly how I felt and said I didn't screw myself up and he trusted me. He told me to just play comfortably. Whippo really knows how to look at rest of his teammates. He's the game on GOAT. Anyway, from now on his enemies are my enemies too. That's how much he moved me. What is this? I saw you talking a lot during draft. Was it you the one who picked Zillion? Yes. Please don't ask about the others. Just ask me about myself. So, who do you think will win tomorrow? T1 or Genji? Wait, what is this?
Pog, let's go, man.
Hope you are having fun in Canada with the
all the casters,
hosts and friends. Much love, Big Pace.
Oh, they went for food with him. He says Genji's gonna win. Genji's in grade 4.
T1 fighting, let's go T1.
The champion pool is quite insane. Whole team has a wide pool, but bot lane plays at standard. Top and jungle are definitely unusual. You did well. We saw FlyQuest high ceiling. I was really moved by Whippo. It was like 2 days before the tournament started, and we had our first scrims against Genji, and I got completely stomped in lane. My confidence took a huge hit. Around 1 AM I was reviewing the games, and Whippo leaded me to confidence again. Oh, that's really sweet. Yeah, I mean, I think the Galio is what really fucked this series. I think if you look at that draft on the replay, I don't exactly know what FlyQuest was thinking, but I think what they wanted was ban Nami, open Rumble, give them Rumble, and go Galio Lucian. And then you go Galio Lucian, and then you can pick like a good support on 3 like Leona, and if they pick Leona, you can go Braum, and you have like Galio Lucian Braum or Galio Lucian Leona, and you can really play the game. But the problem is FlyQuest doesn't play Rumble. I'm pretty sure Whippo doesn't play Rumble. Or like he isn't like super confident on it as far as I'm aware. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me just check how many Rumble games he has this split. So this split he has 0. Oh no, he has 2 Rumble games. 50% win rate. So I don't think they want Rumble. So when they first picked Galio, now what do? You can't go Lucian Rumble. So they go Lucian Lee Sin, which looks really sketchy. And from that point, I think the draft's over. They're going Lucian Lee Sin. You can see that the Galio pick is exactly what the hole was. When I was young, I couldn't have imagined myself being this successful. AL are the most likely team to make it to the finals. They're the ones we're watching out for the most when it's playing official. Wait, so he's saying that T1 is going to lose to AL if they beat T1? He thinks he's going to meet AL in the finals if he wins? Jesus. They should have picked Sylas instead of Zillion. Yeah, but I don't think Quad... The problem with Fearless Draft is you lose 40 champions in picks and then 10 bans. So you're losing 50 champions, right? And what Reddit will say is they'll like, well, you should just pick this champ here. Well, you should just pick this champ here. But I can tell you for a fact, like a lot of these players, I don't know if they're confident playing that champ, man. Like Swain, Sylas, I don't think that's his wheelhouse, you know? Like Whippo doesn't want to play Rumble. You don't want to like just bust out a Rumble for no reason. They don't want to play fucking Swain. They don't want to play... Like, people have small champion pools, or they have, like, niche picks that they're good at, but not every player in every Fearless Draft Game 5 will have an answer to every pick, right? Like, they just don't have it. And that's why Fearless Drafts sometimes can get a bit sketchy, where the game's decided in draft. Because if you fuck one player really hard in the 5th game and they just don't have an answer, then they're just going to be useless.
Donated €10. Hello from New Zealand.
Yeah, what up?
I just moved here from Korea and am watching with my 2 boys, trying to learn about League of Legends. How are the Korean teams doing this tournament? Thanks.
Yo, W Dono with your 2 boys trying to learn about League. Yo, Korean in New Zealand. Shout out to you. I hope you're enjoying. I hope you're enjoying the learning curve of League of Legends. Yeah, Korean teams are generally the best region in the last few years. It's normally Korea and China who are the best regions. Right now, today, we've got T1 versus Gen G, which is 2 Korean teams playing against each other in the upper bracket finals. So one of them is going to win today, and they'll go to the finals, and there'll be a Korean team in the finals. Korea tends to be the strongest region in the world.
Pog, let's go, man.
So the teams you're looking at from Korea, who are the best teams if you're getting new to League, is T1, Gen G, and Hanwha Life Esports, HLE. Those are the 3 teams that really like run Korea right now. Outside of that, you got teams like KT, Rolster, and DK. Some guy just linked me his pick'ems. Look at this fucking red.
Go, man.
You know what? I think that a lot of people have probably got correct pick'ems right now. Like, I just see it. Like, if you just choose the winner based on who should win historically, and you don't watch any of the games or
Korean guy, just make sure you don't.
Or have any bias, it's really easy. Like, Gen G would beat G2, AL would win this, T1 would this, BLG would win this. Easy. It happened. Gen G would beat them, T1 would beat them. Easy. It happened. FlyQuest will beat G2. This one I guess you'd have to know a bit more about. CFO would beat MKOI. Well, if you're just an EU hater, you're going to get it right. The Chinese team wins.
Let's go,
the Chinese team wins, and then, yeah.
6 months watching the best fraud of LOL.
Shut up, rat. I do think where my pick'ems got fucked were right here. I gambled my pick'ems on FlyQuest beating BLG. I put my tier list with FlyQuest above BLG, and I put on as a weak support to the tournament.
Pog, let's go, man.
But I was wrong, I suppose. I think, I mean, FlyQuest was close to winning, and I think On definitely showed a lot of bad play in that series. But so far, I think On's tournament has been pretty good. But he has struggled a lot against teams when the game is slow. He just runs around inting.
Go, man.
I wish I could describe it better, but he is literally just running around inting.
Skeptical.
So I f my pick'ems here. I also my pick'ems here because I thought Koi would be at least better than CFO. So I think my pick'ems are just ruined. My pick'ems are ruined. But I made a lot of gambles. Even like, I don't know what your play-ins pick'ems were, but in my play-ins pick'ems, I put Gam over G2.
Oh, that's big.
I feel like teams are just pulling it off.
Is MSI on hard fearless or soft fearless? I thought only picks were banned from subsequent games, and bans can be picked or banned again.
So soft fearless, I think the 10 years. Soft fearless means if G2 picks Tam Kench, G2 can't pick Tam Kench for the rest of the series, but like T1 can. Hard fearless means if G2 picks Tam Kench, neither team can play Tam Kench for the rest of the series. Bans aren't relevant to who's in and out of the series. There's a drafting style called Iron Man, which means that any champion picked or banned is gone for the series, which is, I think, a bit too crazy. But we'll see. Yeah, I put Gam over G2. So bro, I swear, if that one game was different and I got Gam over G2, and this one BLG game was different and I got FlyQuest over BLG, I would have fucked everyone and pick them so hard. You guys are so lucky. I was so close to blasting everyone.
XDD.
Fuck. Okay, what else? Still unsure whether it's a 3-1 or a 3-2 today for Gen G. I do, however, know that I'm casting together with Emily and Dracos. Let's go. Okay, let's go Chronicler. T1 Circus or the Church of Chovy? T1 Church of Chovy. What is this? Caps right now. I'm EU's last hope. Join FlyQuest. Can you imagine Caps on FlyQuest? Inspired Whippo Caps. That's that team is pretty European. It sounds kind of good, you know. And then what do you have in bot lane? You have Masu and Busio, I guess, yeah. The gap is closing. FlyQuest versus LPL. The gap between the West and the LPL. The gap between LPL and the LCK. The Grand Canyon. I don't know if the gap between the LCK and the LPL is that. I mean, yeah, it is pretty big actually. What's bigger though? The gap. I feel like the gap between the West and the East is 10 times bigger than the gap between the LCK and the LPL. One thing I will say, okay, my conclusion from this whole tournament, and I really hope this happens. I don't know if people like my take or not, because some people will be like, no, it's the game, deal with it. I really think
Pog, let's go, man.
that a new system has to be made to adjust to Fearless Draft. And what I mean by that is, like, right now in Champ Select, the countdown, I think it's 30 seconds per champ and ban. I think that's too little. I think in Game 1 it's fine. Game 2, I think they should get like +2 seconds. Game 3, +2 seconds. Game 4, +2 seconds. Game 5, plus. So by Game 5, you have 40 seconds to pick or ban. So you can actually fucking think and get a good draft and not lose your whole series because you don't have enough time to find an answer to someone who's pulled out a pocket pick, right? I think that more time in draft will make better drafts and better games to watch and make it a little bit easier for the players to cook something. And whether that's increasing the time per game or that's giving them, like for example, I think a good workaround is, I think in CS you have pauses, right? I can pause, technical timeout, 2 minutes or whatever it is, tactical timeout. What I think teams should have in League is I think they should have a time pool of 90 seconds, and they can use this 90-second time pool anytime during the series. Anytime. They can eat into it. They go down 30 seconds, 0 now. I think if they want to, they can say we want to add time pool, and then they can tick, 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 and you can use it throughout the series. I think that should be League's equivalent of a timeout. I think the draft's needed, and whether you want to add extra time based on how many games you're playing, or you want to add a time pool or a reserve time pool for draft, I think that is needed. I think that would really level up Fearless Draft. Whatever that looks like, I think it would really make Fearless Draft so much better. Because I'm sure that FlyQuest series, first pick Galio came in and FlyQuest fucking panicked. They shat their pants. They're like, oh shit, we should take the Lucian, I guess, but now what? Do we take Lee Sin? Do we take Trund? Do we take, I think you're hovering Nocturne. Do we take Lee Sin? Give them 30 seconds extra so they have a minute total. Then they can actually probably think of a better draft plan. So yeah, that's my take. A lot of people will be like, no, you should have 30 seconds. You should be under pressure. But I think you'll get better quality games overall. Because I think the line you're drawing here is, I don't want draft to take fucking 15 minutes so everyone's sitting there bored as hell, like waiting for the draft to happen. But I also don't want Game 5, 30 seconds to tick down and your fucking series is lost. So I think that later on in the series, having more time or having a time pool reserve is probably the best workaround. Especially with more and more champions being released. Anyway, sorry. I hope that happens. I don't know if it will. I don't know how many people are saying it's a good idea, but I think that would be a great idea. I'm sure there's a middle ground to entertainment value, not taking too long, and also making sure Game 5 qualities are better from draft. Because, I mean, I don't know where the post was, but I saw a post of the Game 5. There's been 6 Game 5s, I think, or 7 Game 5s at MSI so far, and every single one was a 23-minute stomp. It's crazy. Some of them are attributed to draft, but yeah. I think Game 5s can definitely swing in one favor so hard, so quickly. What the fuck is that? What is that? What is that? What has happened to his fucking head? He looks like Butters from South Park. He looks like Butters from South Park. He actually does. It is confirmed. It's over. He got the haircut. He went to the hairdresser and said, fuck my shit up. Oh my good heavens. Jesus. Jesus. Actually, I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Hey, me and Baus, we share the same barber. I kind of fuck with it. Oh, here it is. Another MSI Game 5 that could have been an email. 10k gold lead, 28 million, 13k, fucking 10k, 16k, 19k. All these games were such... Game 5s have been cursed, man. Game 5s have been fucking stomps. Every Western fan right now. Oh my god. Nemec getting bonked by Velia. Is that Velia on Zoe? Is Velia on Zoe gapping the fuck out of Neme?
Nice, man.
Oh no.
Hey, you know what?
You're a real friend. You said you want to make me feel better, so you just decided not.
This guy has a fucking Sally emote. That is crazy. Yo, much love. Huh? I hear so many noises. I can't see anything though. There's so many fucking lights. Some dude has a My Fraud emote. How long do we have? 11 minutes. 11 minutes. Lock in. What else? The greatest jungler the West has ever seen, and the guy who just played a pretty good game of Sejuani. I'm not in that photo. Hide on bush. Hide beside the bush. Bro, you guys are fucking unchained. No matter who we sent, we were going to be the weakest region, KC Kalist says, on European performance. I hope this year will be the wake-up call the region has needed for some time. Should we do like a longer segment discussion on why like EU is bad together? I feel like we need to, like, that's something like that needs to happen. Are we just riding, we're riding old narratives, old generations of players to handovers. Is that, no, where's Dracos? I thought Dracos was here. I don't see him. I thought Dracos was going to come up. What else? When my mom is nagging me. What is this clip? What is this clip? Hoopu ratings for BLG FlyQuest. Masu and quad 4s. Bin Beishuan and on 5s. I'm surprised they didn't go harder on On. I feel like his series was rough. I thought the LPL fans would tear him apart. Not too bad. Not too bad.